Yo, what is happening, lucky few people that managed to see this video before I delete it? Thanks for stopping by. Now, I'll just preface by saying, for anyone that may be listening, especially YouTube, this is a 100% educational video only. We will be seeing what life lessons we can implement from the wondrous plots of a very interesting genre of Japanese animation. Banzai! A genre so awesome that I don't even want to name it because YouTube can pick that shit up. My last one of these glorious videos got taken down by the YouTubes before I even got the chance to delete it.
You vicious, heartless bastards!
And I got a community warning, whatever the hell that means. Point is, if I get another one taken down, I get a strike, which means I won't be able to upload for a week. If I get 2 taken down, that's 2 strikes, and then a 3rd strike, and well, as they say in baseball, 3 strikes until the cream pie. At least I think that's how it goes. I've been mixing up hobbies lately. So you're probably wondering, Lord Nuxanor, why the frick are you making another one of these very philosophical animation videos when the last one got nuked? The answer is simple. On greatest plots in hentai, number 2, I said these words that I've lived to regret. Fanbase, if you can get greatest plots in hentai, number 2 to 50,000 likes, part 3 will come out, and you got that video at over 200,000 likes. Nani the frick, fanbase. So, well, I'm a man of my word. Here it is, and we're raising the like bar because I ain't doing this shiz for 50,000. Hell nah. 100,000 likes and greatest plots in hentai 4 will be out. Not promising when. Let's hope I survive this. I will be deleting it soon. And since a lot of people are complaining that, you know, I delete them and they disappear, I will have it available for $10 a month plus patrons. Link to my Patreon in the description. Definitely subscribe for the next one and smash like because we definitely want that to happen. And if you don't subscribe, probably gonna miss it because this ain't gonna be around very long. First plot! See what I did there? I upgraded from first hentai to first plot, you see? Because I'm family friendly. And I just said the H word, didn't I? Damn it, I don't stand a chance in this environment. Anyway, first plot, Weisetsu Missile. So now immediately upon glancing upon the epicness of this title, I was very prepared for like, you know, a war anime. I was expecting military tactics and brilliant scenarios where missiles can be implemented, but instead, I have absolutely no goddamn idea where the word missile fits into this bad boy. Now, this brilliant anime has 2 very different stories that are somehow slapped together into the same episode. I don't really know why. But the first story, not very deep and would not make it to greatest plots in hentai. There's a thingo sticking out of a girl's chair. So she sits down on the chair and the thingo passes go and collects $200, if you know what I'm saying. And she's like yelling and shiz in the class. And of course, no one can hear her because somehow in this wonderful genre of anime, every single character that's not either being fricked or doing the fricking is goddamn deaf and blind.
I cannot see, I'm legally blind.
But the frickers in this scenario are several of the boys in the class that are all like, you know, in middle of the class, laughing their heads off and pointing and like jeering at this girl who's having a hard time sitting on her chair. Meanwhile, she's like screaming and shiz, and of course, no one could hear Jack Fliblets. And of course, this is obviously a metaphor for the modern society that we live in today. A society where there can be abusers and people that are getting abused, physically or mentally. And no matter the strife that someone is going through, the outside world is completely tuned out. This medium shows us that whether you're in a classroom or you're just like having a full orgy on the floor of a packed subway, no one will goddamn notice because your problems, unfortunately, are things that most people have to deal with alone. You will have to seek help. You can't expect people to just turn around and see you because in the real world, everyone is deaf and blind and doesn't give 2 craps about you.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
That is the terrifyingly sad metaphor of the first half of Weisetsu Missile. I know, it's so sad. I wouldn't have even included this because, you know, we've all cried watching hentai at least a time or 2. And I mean, I also didn't want to mention this because, well, it's relatively obvious. I think everyone knew that you can have like this carnal screaming competition going on and no one around notices. Everyone knew that metaphor for the society where no one can see your loneliness and you have to make forward yourself where the world doesn't give a crap about you. I mean, that's the obvious explanation. I didn't even feel like I needed to delve into it, but okay, whatever. whatever. But the second half of Oisatsu totally different story with entirely different meanings and morals. The second half of the story is about a nice, happy family who wants fresh milk. None of that in a bottle garbage that most people drink. They wanted something fresh. So you know what they buy? That's right! A girl in a slutty cow cosplay with a bell around her neck that for some reason can't speak and can just moo and moan, and they use her to give them fresh milk whenever they need milk. They just like call the girl over and get milk! Pretty straightforward and simple, but the beauty of this medium is there's always more than one way to interpret something great. The double meaning here goes as follows. Living in a progressive world as we are, no one used to bat an eye about drinking milk, but now all of a sudden, what? How can you not be vegan? That is so cruel to the cow who has already given milk, and the milk is in the store, and by you not taking the milk in the store literally doesn't do anything. But how can you take that milk? Oh my god, that's so cruel. So like, I totally fully understand the vegan mentality. That wasn't at all sarcasm. And then we started making milk out of almonds, coconuts even. But now, at long last, PETA, the corporation that is so pro-animal rights, it's very inspiring. And PETA, by the way, fun fact, stands for People Eating Tasty Animals. Just felt like telling you that fact. And PETA wanted to push the envelope further. They've become vegetable rights activists.
I don't eat vegetables. These vegetables feel the stress. They have families.
How dare you put such pain on those poor almonds and coconuts? So they go full 360 and use whammon. This goes to show you that any extreme is a problem. Animal cruelty is bad. But when taken to the absolute nth degree, this anime is trying to teach you that animal rights activists are all secretly sexist. One day, someone's not gonna realize I'm being sarcastic. I'm gonna get in so much trouble for this. And of course, as I've been mentioning, there's a second interpretation. The second interpretation is the following. It's gay for women to drink milk. Next hentai! TSF Monogatari.
Oh, this is gonna be one of those days, isn't it?
Everyone knows the lovely Monogatari franchise. It has a lot of memes, a lot of toothbrushing, and this is my favorite season of the entire Monogatari series. There's Baka Monogatari, Nisa Monogatari, 1.5 million more Monogataris, and TSF Monogatari. That's right, everyone forgets about this entry. And now, the plot in this one is very deep and hard to comprehend, so I'm gonna need you to turn your brains on high IQ mode in order to follow, because I'm only gonna say this once, and the video is gonna need to be deleted, so you can't like rewatch it to refresh your memory. Very sad. Smash like, leave F in the chat, and all that other jazz that YouTubers remind you to do 1,000,000 times in each video. And definitely subscribe, because I'm self-aware to say that, and self-aware to say that. Anyway, point is, dude gets into a terrible accident. Oh my god, this is so sad. He goes to the hospital, and the doctor's like, alright, we'll save his life, but the only way to do that is to turn him into a whammon. That is correct. This doctor knows science beyond our wildest expectations and dreams. Most people don't realize you can bring corpses back to life by turning them into a whammon, but this scientist knows what's up.
Yes, science!
Whammon and gentle whammon. Periodic table my butt. This is the new and improved periodic table. That was the worst joke of all time. Now the point is, now that he's become a whammon, who also has a side effect of being overly sensitive, but let's not worry about that, it's not important. This fellow, who I'm not sure exactly which pronoun to call this individual now, goes to school. And now that she's in school, we'll call her she just to make it easier, all the dudes in the class were like, yo, bro, this is crazy, man. Literally all of us are virgins, because we're relatable otaku high school students. So, you were one of us at one point.
I've had so much sex with my body pillow that it stands on its own now.
So, let us up a feel, if you know what I mean. And she's like, doesn't matter to me, but it does matter to her. You guys remember that very not important thing I told you before, how she's like overly sensitive? They like touch her and she goes into banana fits. And moral of the story, she then goes to like the grocery store and bumps into a few of her former classmates who are like, yo, fam, you're one of the bros. And she's like, yeah, well, I don't really want to do it. And he's like, but we do it for you because we're bros. Come on, man. We're relatable otaku virgin bros, just like you, bro. They say bro enough times until her bro senses start tingling and she realizes bros before hoes. In this case, she's the hoe. So she basically allows them to do whatever the F they want, and it's F that they want. In fact, they even take it a step further than she'd want, which is not very cool. Now, this plot is very intricate with twists and turns everywhere because it questions allegiance and loyalty above all else? Are your bros really your friend? Or are they only your friend because you are situated in the same place to be of the same stature? Maybe your friends only surround you because they feel they are more powerful with you at their side, but they don't really care about you. The moment you get into an accident and the only way to revive you is to turn you into an overly sensitive whammon, they will bro you into submission immediately. They will begin thinking with their penis, not with their brain. Oh, and there's this one girl who she's like, oh damn, I'm safe around you, and it turns out, hell nah! She also went to the same whacked out doctor, and now she's fully capable of pissing while standing up. God damn it, we have ourselves a winner here, whammon and gentlewomen. Plot of the century, a brilliant scheming work of betrayal, trust, and the gray line in between. We will learn more about our friends and those that we call friends from this season of the Monogatari franchise than from anything else. So now I will leave you with this final question before moving on to the next one. If you fap to this anime, is it gay? Leave your interesting and creative responses in the comment section below. I won't read them. Next, hentai! Fu-taboo. It's about girls with dicks!
It's a trap.
Next, hentai. Now, I warn you in advance, the one I'm about to mention is a riveting story that may hit us all way too close to home. So, look, there's this dude, and he can't hold down a job. No matter what he does, he goes around and he fails. He gets fired again and again and again. This is the story known as Mankitsu Happening. Truly a tragic tale of a man who can't get the world to go the way he wants it to. And you know I'm serious because I said the world, not the world, though. Mostly because I needed to somehow find a way to say that line in this video. I can't express how much this show means to me. We've all been there and we've all done that. Otherwise, we wouldn't be watching hentai plot reviews on YouTube, right? I mean, let's call a spade a spade. We're not exactly the billionaires of Zawado. And that is why I want to tell you about Mankitsu Happening. A story of a guy who gets kicked out of every single job he ever works in because, due to a string of unfortunate coincidences, he always has sex with all the girls. It's so sad. Like, it could be like an accident. Son of a bitch. Or it could be like the girl's a psycho bitcho. I don't know, falls off a bookshelf and blammo, guess where she lands? Literally, the universe is against this man. All he wants to do is make a decent, honest living, but wherever he goes, the world is out to get him with bitches. Honestly, if I were to improve upon this script by a little bit, I would think that every time he gets fired from a job, he should tell the former manager, "Ho's mad," before leaving. I think that that's the only way to improve this masterpiece of an art form. But honestly, aside from that, this thing pretty stacked, bruh. Do you imagine how sad this story is? Wouldn't you hate for that to be you? It's also a funny coincidence that in every single job he works, there's one whammon for each fetish for him to have very interesting coincidental and sometimes accidental bonding time with. And then he gets fired, moves to a new location, new whammon, so on and so forth. The cycle continues. Sometimes, even though the entire world is against you, sometimes it seems like nothing could go your way. You don't want to have sex with every single hot woman you see. That's not what you're looking for. But still, despite the hardships, you push forward. You find a new job. You keep moving on. Standing still and complaining about the tragedies that befell you, that is not how to grow. You have to be like the protagonist of Mankitsu Happening. Despite the really bad luck, I mean, let's be honest, none of us would want to be that guy. He pushes forward, finds a new job with new whammon, and the cycle continues. Next, hentai. Kangoku Senkan. Intergalactic space whammon are on a super secret important mission to Earth. And on the way there, one of the dudes in the ship was like, damn, remember that time when those space whammon got me in trouble and I ended up in prison for it? Well, good thing there's a button that changes the lights in the spaceship to have mind control powers, mind control like all the whammon. Of course it comes with that feature.
I don't like where this is going.
Sometimes, unlike Mankitsu Happening, where it's truly a tragic story, full of toil, strife, when the whole world is out to get you, you have a very realistic, upbeat anime like Kangoku Senkan to lighten the mood. Sometimes, coincidentally, the ship will have lights that have mind-controlling powers that will mind-control all the whammon in the spaceship to want to have fun with your sword. Of course you have the button, which is the only way to turn that crazy light show on. Duh! Because sometimes, even though it sucks that you were thrown in jail, and you kind of deserved it in retrospect, it doesn't matter, because the world is on your side sometimes too. It's almost like luck's a thing, crazy as that sounds. And well, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, perhaps even learned something new. Maybe your IQ went up watching this video. learning to see the deeper metaphors and meanings behind even seemingly trivial things like cow women, which isn't at all just because it's hot that they need to squeeze her boobs for milk. I hope you did enjoy this video, so please smash like if you did, so we can hit 100,000 so I can make another one and hopefully not get my channel completely nuked. That would be ideal. Definitely subscribe to see when it comes out because it won't be around for long. You don't want to miss it. Let me know below if you learned anything of great value and importance from this video. Link in the description to my Twitter. Feel free to follow me there, and to my Patreon. Feel free to pledge. All $10 a month plus patrons will have access to my entire collection of this wonderful series. Have yourselves a most wonderful evening, and remember to stay weird, fam.